Yay, we got new maps and... Wait a minute. Wow, that is really scary. That's unintentionally scary. That looks like my sticky bomb launcher. Okay then. Hey everybody, it's F-Bomb, and I'm thrilled to see that the contracts for this year's Scream Fortress have dropped, along with a bunch of new maps, cosmetics, and pleasantly also a new war paint case. Always excited to get new war paints, so I thought I'd do a quick review, initial impressions of what we're seeing here. So I'm gonna start with the blues and work my way up to the elite grades. Kind of plain. We got a lot of orange colored Halloween skins already. Actually, I kind of like the way that the paint is distributed on the item, though the paint really is pretty plain Jane. I do like how it is not throughout the entire weapon. Like here, you can see the barrels and the scattergun are a different color. I appreciate that, but even the barrels, that secondary color, that secondary gray is pretty plain Jane. I would be a little disappointed if I unboxed one of these personally. All right, next up in the blues, you got this Health and Hell. Vaguely reminds me of Geometric Teams. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this one. It looks kind of just like a base color with a little bit of a gradient on it. The blue's slightly better, but yeah, I don't know. This almost feels like a little bit unfinished to me. Let's see how it looks on the various weapons. I mean, that's not that much more impressive than like some of the Civil Servant skins. Looks like they also made a green version of it, which really feels like it's trying really hard to be Helldriver. This just feels like a bootleg Helldriver, like a even more saturated but less good details on it. See, yeah, Helldriver really pulls this one off despite having the crazy bright colors. Yeah, I don't know why they would put a paint in it. It's basically just a worse version of an existing paint. All right, next up we got Sunriser. I'm getting kind of Samurai Jack vibes almost from this weird pattern. I kind of like it though. It definitely feels more unique, and I like the secondary paint swatch here. Can't really see it on the Jag. Let's see what else. Yeah, this is a good example. On the bottom of the lock, it's that different pattern. Maybe if I pull up the war paint, I can show that off a little bit better. Yeah, you can see the secondary pattern is kind of that black cracked thing. And it's got a blue pattern as well. You know, the blue is pretty nice. It almost looks kind of like that urban camo style. I'm a fan of this one. This is definitely one of the better blues. And Hypergon I've saved for the last because it seems to be the one people are most hyped about. A little surprised it's a blue, just given the brightness of the colors. Almost kind of has Spectrum splattered vibes to it. Though I guess when you compare the two back to back, you really see how much more work went into the Spectrum splattered pattern. Let's see how this looks on the weapons. Yeah, that's not bad. Pretty dark. I was kind of hoping the colors of the green would pop a little bit more. But certainly for a blue, this is a pretty nice pattern. I wouldn't be disappointed if I popped open a case and got one of these. Yeah, that looks pretty good on some of the weapons. Definitely one of the better blues in the case for sure. Let's move on to the purples. So we got Pumpkin Plaster. Let's see what it looks like in war paint form. Ooh, that's a lot of orange, and I'm not really sure about the combination of colors. Oh wow, it doesn't look like it has a blue variant. So theoretically, if you were a blue sniper, you'd be carrying around something that looks like this. Not generally a fan of color schemes that really look like one team versus the other and doesn't have an alternate. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm really feeling the pattern on this either. This kind of striped pole pattern. We've seen this with like the leopard skins and the tiger skins and hazard warning. Even some of the Christmas paints. Next we have Metallized Soul. I kind of like this, I gotta say. It's very unique. Definitely that pattern. It's a little bit crazy, but almost feels sort of like a futuristic, cyberpunky tank skin in a way. I like that they got the TF2 logo in there. Yeah, it's very unique, and I give them a lot of credit for that. Let's see how it looks on a couple other weapons. Flamethrower is hard to make anything look good. But yeah, I kind of like that. It definitely feels a little edgy, but a little futuristic. Yeah, that's not bad. It looks like it also has a blue variant. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that turquoise on there. All right, and last up out of the purples, we've got this sticker paint. It just looks like a sticker pattern. Honestly, we just have too many of these in game. This looks more like a Christmas paint to me than a Halloween paint, if I'm being honest. Kind of looks better in lower wears, weirdly enough. But yeah, I wouldn't have put this in a Halloween case, and certainly not as a purple. Next is this Ghostbusters themed paint. Not sure about that color combo. Let's see what it looks like on weapons. God, yeah, that secondary black is kind of plain. Not really sure how I feel about it. And again, like the stripe pattern, like we saw in one of the other war paints in this very case, I feel like it's been kind of overdone. Yeah, that black and yellow stripe particularly, it just looks like a revamp of Hazard Warning. Okay, some of these have the crest on it, the sticker on the side. That helps it. That certainly helps it, but it looks like a lot of the weapons when you apply it don't get the stickers, and I feel like that really hurts it. Yeah, no sticker on this one. And I mean, look, this looks just like Hazard Warning. Yeah, and that's a paint that came out, what, 5 years ago? And basically does at a Merc level what this other new paint is doing at the Assassin grade level. I just don't know that I'd make this a pink. And the next pink that we've got in the box is this Bonzo Nod. Wow, those are some bright greens. The purple I don't mind so much. Yeah, I feel like they needed to mix it up a bit. I feel like that's just too much of that bright green. Yeah, and again, I am a big fan of oversaturated, crazy, bright paints like Neon Ween and Miami Element, so you'd think I would like something like this, but it's even a little bit too bright for my taste, which is saying a lot. That's like when I have a snack and I think it's too sweet. You gotta get pretty over the top for me to react that way. Yeah, it's a little bit better when there's more purple on it, but overall I feel like it's need to be toned down a little bit. Alright, let's see what we got in the Elite grade in this case. Looking just at the war paint form, it's got those crests. The color scheme is pretty subdued, which I guess I kind of appreciate after seeing some of the... Wow, that's nice. Alright, yeah, this, just looking at the war paint does not tell the full story. Seeing this one applied, wow, that is really nice. There's a lot of good details on this skin. And I like the way that crest is showing. Kind of reminds me of the swashbuckled paint in the last case with the placement of the crest. That secondary paint swatch has got a really nice pattern on it. This honestly reminds me of the top shelf skins, or that Dress to Kill skins with that kind of gold hinting. God, this is really elegant. This is one of my favorite war paints. This is definitely my favorite war paint in this case, maybe my favorite war paint in the last several cases. Yeah, I might have to pick up one of these. Too bad it's Elite grade, that's gonna make it harder to get, but yeah, huge kudos to whoever made this one. I think this is really classy, really good addition to the game. Anyway, I'll probably make some videos down the line about the new maps and the new hats, but I was most excited about the war paint, so I just wanted to share my initial impressions. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite war paint and what you think of the event so far. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.